I'm Julie Barkey with this Senate update. She was one of the champions of the Women's Economic Security Act, which passed in 2014. This year, she is advocating paid family leave. We caught up with Senator Katie Sieben to discuss why she believes the bill is so important.
Well, last year we passed important provisions to protect women who are pregnant in the workplace. So, for example, women who are pregnant could have access to additional restroom breaks or access to water more frequently. We also increased the amount of time that they could take unpaid leave after the birth of a child. So this is building off of that, recognizing that Minnesota has the highest participation rate of women in the workforce, to say that it sets up a fund where half of the contributions come from employees, half from employers, to allow people to take time off after the birth or adoption of a new child or to care for a sick family member. So I think this creates a welcoming family environment that is a reasonable proposal on businesses and will help keep that high percentage of women in the workplace that we do have.
Sorry, Senator. As the bill stands now, would it require all employers to participate, or is this an opt-in?
This would require all employers to participate. As we heard outlined by one of the speakers, though, the contribution from employers under this proposal is capped at either $78 a year or $6 a month per employee, or 0.1% of the employee's pay. So if you're a small business owner and you pay someone $30,000 to answer the phones and do secretarial work, you'd be paying $30 a year as an employer and as an employee into this fund. That would be available for the employee to access, either to care for a sick family member or when there's a birth of a new baby.
Why did the group settle on 6 weeks? A lot of the situations that were talked about during this news conference were things like taking care of a sick child who has cancer or an elderly parent. It's safe to assume that goes far beyond 6 weeks. Why is that the threshold here?
We wanted to keep the cost of the program as minimal as possible. So the 6 weeks period, we're able to fund that based on half employee, half employer costs. If you would have a longer leave period, it increases the cost to the employees and employers. So that's why we landed at 6 weeks.
How is the reception from other members in the Senate, and do you think you can get this provision passed in the House?
So far, I think that I've had a good discussion with the chairman of the first committee it will go to, and I'm hopeful that we'll have a good discussion of the bill in committee, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I feel pretty good about our chances in the Senate of seeing something passed into law.
Okay. Any speculation over in the House?
I think Representative Winkler could speak to that better, but from what he said here today, it sounded like he was somewhat optimistic.
Senator Sieben, thank you.
Thank you.